Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel, Matt with Green Bar Trading. I hope everyone had an amazing weekend and enjoyed yourself, recharged the batteries, because that is exactly what I did. I had a very rough Friday. Now, I never like going into the weekend on a bad day, but it happens. There's nothing you can do about it. You have to just, push it aside. Don't bury it and forget that it happened, but learn from it. So I said to myself, on the weekend, doing my research, looking at different things, looking at the overall market, because this was really important to know where price action and direction could be going. So I came into today and I said to myself, now, if you guys have ever had a bad day, the next trading day, you should be trading with less share size. You should be, looking to just go into the market, get green, and get out of the market and, start to build that confidence back. And this is really, really important. It's something that I think a lot of people learn, the hard way, obviously, is they try to get all their losses back from the previous session all in one trading day. How many of you have, left positions a little bit longer because you say to yourself, okay, I'm down X amount, I'm going to try to get it back on this trade, and then watch the profits just come back down? You don't want to trade that way. So, going into today, I knew that I wasn't going to get all of my loss back in one day. It never works like that. So you chip away. You just get back to being consistent, doing what you do well, take good trades, and eventually that loss that we were so worried about is water under the bridge. Who cares how long it takes to get the loss back? Just keep trading the right way, and eventually you'll get the loss back. This is just trading. That's just, it's totally normal. Now, my feeling on Friday, my emotions were not good. I was mad. I was embarrassed. I was very disappointed in myself. Very disappointed in myself. That's not like me to lose discipline like that. So it just goes to show it's very, very hard to remain disciplined, but you must do your best. I'm begging every one of you that watch me, do your best to follow your rules and just be super disciplined. And don't try to get a loss back all in the next day. So anyway, that was my preaching. I like to teach, obviously, as I'm making these videos, use my experience and help, new traders out, even people that have been trading a while that just need a little refreshment. It's good. It's good to do. So here we go. Today's trading day. Sharing the moneymaker. This was a very, very good day, a very good start. I feel so much better than I felt on Friday. And this weekend, I'm going to make my video recap right now, and I'm going to shut the platform down for the day. That's what you have to do. Get green, have some good trades, and then shut the platform down. I don't like to trade in the afternoon. It's one of my rules. You could get really, really chopped up in the afternoon. So anyway, this morning, coming into the market, seeing what was going on, the overall market was selling off. And I think so I drew a trend line here that it's very well respecting it at the moment. So at about 10:15 in the morning, it looks like we may have bottomed out on the SPY. Now, this is the S&P 500 futures. It's what I use to chart. I like it because it trades all night long. So you have longer price action to draw out some, specific trend lines. But it looks like this is higher highs and higher lows. Will the market do a rebound? Because we had quite the sell-off overnight and quite the sell-off in the morning. So this is really interesting to see us continue to climb out of the hole here. And this also goes to show how important technical analysis is. Each one of the bounces off this trend line gave these huge green bars. So I don't know if it's just traders, if it's computer algorithms, who knows what it is. But this is making higher lows and higher highs at the moment. So that's the overall market. Now, what I did with the overall market is I took, I'm just going to see if TD wants to show my trades. Okay, good. So right here, I took a couple of short positions and I covered them into this area right here. Now, I took these positions after what looks like the bottom of the reversal, but I still made money on this. I'm up $26 on this because the way that I trade, I wait for a retracement and then I get in for a low risk entry. So what I mean by a retracement is instead of taking contracts short right here, I wait for a retracement in price action, and then I look to get in, and then I get out as price pulls back down. Now, this didn't quite pull back down as much as I thought it would, so I just got out of the position for, a small win. But the way that I trade is I don't chase the move. I wait for a little bit of a retracement, and then you get in, and then you get the move, even further. But waiting for retracements gets you better prices and a lower risk entry. So you could always cut the loss if, hey, all of a sudden we start to make higher highs right here. Now, this was the very beginning, so obviously it didn't yet, but that's just the way that I trade the SPY. I do this with options also, with, trading the SPY and the Qs. You get in on retracements of price action. So instead of chasing, a downtrend and buying a put when it's about to break, through, you want to wait until price comes back. You get a better entry, better price, higher reward, and then take your profit when it comes back down. So anyway, that was that. Now, this morning, I saw a couple of stocks gapping up. The gappers gave a lot of, they were more expensive, so they gave a lot more profit potential, but the gap ups were not huge. So I traded CYTX for about a $23 win, and I traded NRXP for a $17 win. Now, I was green on all my tickers today. I feel really good. This was a great rebound off of Friday. So let's look at CYTX. Let's see here. Why is my internet going so slow? Wow, I don't know if this is my internet or if this is Thinkorswim. CYTX. Let's see if NRXP. All right, let's go over NRXP since this ticker symbol seems to want to work. So if we look at this, let's take a look on the bigger chart. And I'm going to show my trades. Okay, it already is. Why isn't it showing up? Okay, it doesn't want to show my trades, so I'm going to have to go into monitor. And let's just see where I bought NRXP. So it looks like 814 was pre-market. It looks like I made about $28 pre-market trading it. And then let's look at it. So 814, maybe that's why it's not showing up. Okay, so 814 would be right around here. So, and this was a $28 win. And you're looking at the, P&L there, and it's showing 1750. So the next couple trades I made on NRXP were actually losing trades. As you can see, it totally sold off. Now this one was ripping up and down and really, giving a lot of moves. This was just $8 on Friday. So, coming into a pre-market, this thing was up 100%, and then it started to sell off. So at 814, I got in on the pullback. You guys all know that I like to get good entries as close to that 9 EMA as I can on new moves. So you want to get in on the first couple of moves on high volume, because then if you get in here, price just tanked after that. So, and if you get in for a 9 EMA play up here, it's not as strong as getting in a 9 EMA play towards the beginning. So the beginning couple moves where there's a lot of buying, a lot of volume, you're much better off getting in. Here's a good entry here off the 9. I entered here off the 9, and I took my profit on this green bar right here. So that was a very good trade. 28 cents we got on 100 shares. So let me see if the other ticker symbol is working. If it's not, we could always come in here. CYTX. Am I typing it in wrong? Oh, that's CYTK. Wow. It looked like an X. All right. So anyway, here we go with this one. Now, this was a $23.84 winner. This is something that jumped up, right off of the open, provided a big range, a lot of cents in there to profit off of, but it was also a very dangerous one to trade. So I wanted to cut my share size back. As you can see, I was only trading with 50 shares here. I normally trade with 100, 300, 500 shares. But coming off of Friday, it was very wise of me to lower that risk and just have a good solid day. So that's why I traded with 50 shares. So if I zoom in on this, we can take a look. Let me just put my VWAP 9 EMA in there. Okay, right here, the first trade was, I think the first trade was a loser, actually. Yep, the first trade was a loser. It was chopping all around. As you can see, these wicks. These wicks like this and these dojis, it could be very choppy to trade. It could be very difficult to trade. So, that was also why I took 50 shares. The first trade came back up and just ripped down. I got stopped out. Now, this is important to put a stop in so that you can profit off of the stock, even though you have a losing trade to start. So I started with a losing trade, and then I got back in for a beautiful trade. I got in here at 29.41, just above the 9 EMA, and it ripped up. And I took profit at 30.25, which was right around here. that was a good trade. So on 50 shares, I almost took a full dollar off of it. So this was a pretty decent size trade, a nice rip up. Obviously, I wish I had more shares on that one, but like I said, I was trading very, very low risk today, and it's fine. This was a good way to start the week. Not bad, up $75. But the main takeaway is you don't want to try to get all your losses back in the first day. I can't stress that enough. If there's one thing that you learned from watching this video, it's that. Don't try to get all your losses back in one day. You'll end up snowballing everything out of control. So guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video, this trade recap. We're going to be trading all week long. Maybe there's going to be a lot of interesting plays with the overall market. So maybe I'll trade a little SPY options this week. I post the key levels, although they ripped through them like a hot knife through butter today. When you have a big sell-off, the levels, at least some of the levels are just not going to hold until you get a reversal start to happen. So anyway, those levels are posted on Twitter. Come join our Discord. Our Discord is a great group. A lot of good people in there. I highly recommend you guys come in there. And that's about it for me. Hit the thumbs up, and I will see you guys back on the next video. Everybody take care.